The air crackled with anticipation, music pulsed across the deck. On Diddy's luxurious yacht, a who-who of Hollywood gathered under a canopy of stars. But beneath the surface of celebration, a storm brewed. A night of revelry would descend into chaos, forever stained by accusations of violence. At the center of it all, Chris Brown. The alleged victim, a young woman identified only as Jane Doe, stepped onto the yacht with a hopeful heart. A chance encounter with a music icon, a night of dancing and laughter. It should have been a dream come true. Instead, it became a nightmare. Doe claims her drink was spiked. She remembers feeling dizzy, disoriented, and then darkness. When she woke, she was in a room, alone, her body racked with pain. The details remained hazy, fragments of memory she desperately tried to piece together. But one thing was clear, something terrible had happened. She had been violated. The incident sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. The world watched, holding its breath, as the details of the alleged assault unraveled. Once again, Chris Brown found himself at the center of a scandal, his past casting a long, dark shadow over his present.
Jane Doe's voice, though trembling, resonated with the ring of truth. She bravely stepped forward, determined to have her story heard. In the documentary Chris Brown, A History of Violence, she recounted the alleged assault. Her words, measured and raw, painted a picture of a young woman betrayed, violated, and left emotionally scarred. She spoke of the fear that gripped her as she realized the gravity of her situation. The confusion, the shame, the overwhelming sense of isolation. Her story, tragically, echoed the experiences of other women who had come forward to accuse Brown of violence. Doe's decision to speak out wasn't easy. She knew the scrutiny, the potential backlash, the risk of being disbelieved. But she refused to be silenced. Her courage in the face of such adversity ignited a firestorm of support from advocates and survivors around the globe.
The allegations against Chris Brown were not isolated incidents. They were part of a disturbing pattern of behavior that stretched back years. The specter of the 2009 assault on Rihanna, his then-girlfriend, loomed large. Images of her bruised and battered face served as a stark reminder of his capacity for violence. Despite pleading guilty to felony assault, Brown's career remained curiously unaffected. He continued to release music, win awards, and maintain a loyal fan base. Some defended him, claiming he had changed, that he deserved a second chance. Others, however, saw a system that protected abusers, particularly those with wealth and influence. The accusations mounted over the years. Restraining orders, alleged threats, and whispers of violence followed him like a curse. Each new allegation chipped away at the carefully constructed facade, revealing the darkness that lay beneath.
The news of the alleged assault on Diddy's yacht ignited a firestorm of outrage. Social media became a battleground, with hashtags like #IBelieveJaneDoe trending alongside calls for Brown to be held accountable. Fans grappled with their allegiance, some vowing to boycott his music, others clinging to the hope that the accusations were false. Celebrities, too, were forced to reckon with their silence. The industry that had for so long turned a blind eye to Brown's behavior could no longer remain complicit. The tide was turning. The conversation around accountability, fueled by the #MeToo movement, demanded justice for survivors.
As the legal battle unfolded, the world watched, waiting to see if justice would be served. Would Chris Brown, shielded by fame and fortune, escape accountability yet again? Or would this be the moment when the scales finally tipped in favor of survivors? The question lingered, a heavy weight on the conscience of an industry grappling with its own complicity. It forced a long overdue reckoning with the power dynamics that often protect abusers and silence victims. The outcome of this case, many believed, would set a precedent, sending a message about the true cost of fame.
Jane Doe's bravery in coming forward, despite the odds stacked against her, ignited a spark of hope. Her story, a stark reminder of the pervasiveness of sexual violence, underscored the importance of believing survivors. It highlighted the need for a system that supports and protects victims, rather than shielding perpetrators. The fight for justice, however, was far from over. It would require a collective effort to dismantle the structures that allow abusers to thrive and to create a world where survivors are heard, believed, and given the justice they deserve.